You're welcome to Mpomian's video. This is Paul Dramani Bubula. You can also call me Little Paul. I really appreciate your time, and I'm happy that you have subscribed to my YouTube channel, and also you are sharing my videos for others to also benefit from the information I am providing. Right, today I want to discuss employment contracts or employment contracts in the Middle East. So I want you to stay tuned as we will go through employment contracts in the Middle East, and I am assuring you that at the end of this video you will be able to understand what is really in employment contracts in the Middle East. So friends, basically when we talk about employment contract, it includes the terms and conditions of an arrangement or an agreement between two parties. And in the employment contracts in the Middle East, the employer is referred to as the first party, whereas the employee is the second party. And majority of the employment contracts in the Middle East has a contract period of 2 years. 2 years renewable. 2 years renewable contract. So at the end of the 3 years, if you are still pleased with your company, or you are still willing to work for your company, you renew your contract with them, and then you extend your contract. You can extend to as how long you think. Okay, so basically when I came here in Saudi Arabia, I came to meet people who have worked with the same company for more than 15 years, some for more than 20 years. Okay, so working in the Middle East and obtaining a contract which is renewable is very, very important, because it gives you a source of financial freedom and also a job security. Okay, you'll be secured of a job, of getting a job for that will really help you to sustain your financial needs. Okay, so basically let me go through one sample contract agreement here. I have a sample employment contract here which I want to highlight some of the important features in the employment contract in the Middle East for your hearing. So basically your personal details are provided in the employment contract, which includes your gender, your date of birth, your religion, email address, your national address, everything. Okay, the contract term, which also includes the job title and your work location, is also provided. We have a job title, we have work location, we have a job domain where the job is located, and the job type or work type, be it full-time or part-time. Okay, it will be indicated in your job contract or your employment contract. So you need to make sure that you read your employment contract carefully and attentively, so that you'll be able to figure out whether you really like the contracts that you are going to sign. The next thing that we are going to look at is contract period. The contract shall be effective for a period of 2 years, which starts from the joining date. Okay, most contracts in the Middle East last for 2 years, and as I told you already, it is renewable. So at the end of the 2 years, you can continue, and you can go on vacation and come and still it will be continued. So the contract begins on from the joining date, okay, the day that you land from the plane, okay, your contract starts from that particular day. So for my case, I arrived in Saudi Arabia, and for a period of over 1 month, I was not working. I had not started work because of COVID-19. And because in the contract, it was stated that my contract starts on the joining date, or the date that I join or I land in the country. I was paid that full month, which I did not work. Okay, do you understand what I mean? I was paid because in the contract terms, it is stated that my contract starts on the day that I join the company or I land from the plane. Okay, so I was paid a full month without work. So let's talk about probationary period. In the Middle East, there is a period called probationary period, which in this contract that I have here as a sample contract, which is from Saudi Arabia, which is almost the same as most of the Middle East countries, the contract or the probationary period is 3 months, okay, 90 days. They're supposed to be examined or observed for a period of 90 days. Some of these countries, Middle East countries, has a probationary period of 6 months. I think Qatar is 6 months. So it depends on the country and their laws, which excludes holidays, okay, national holidays such as Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha, and some public national holidays, and also it also excludes sick leaves, okay. Within the 90 days, if you have a sick leave, it is not part of the 90 days. If there is a holiday such as Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha, it is not part of the 90 days, okay. So guys, basically when you land in the Middle East, most countries or most kingdoms would like to have it in their contracts that you'll be examined for 90 days to see if you can really do the job that they have brought you to do, okay. I have seen people who have been terminated, whose contract has been terminated within this period of probationary because they were not found capable of helping their companies or doing the job that they were brought to do. So guys, before you land here in the Middle East, make sure that you really know what is in your contract. Read everything, understand it, ask questions, okay, before you come, and then you'll be sent back and you'll be blaming people for your downfall. Okay, the next thing that I am going to talk about is work hours and weekly rest. In the contract, it is stated that normal working days shall be 6 days per week, and working hours shall be 48 hours weekly. In addition, the second party shall be entitled to 1 day rest per week. So the working hours in the Middle East, it applies to almost all the Middle East countries. The working hours is 48 hours a week. Every week you work 48 hours, which means that each day is 8 hours. And the 8 hours, you will spend 9 hours in the workplace, where 1 hour will be a break, and then 8 hours will be for the normal hours that you spend working for the company or your employer. Okay, so each day you work 8 hours, and then also you work 6 days in a week. You have 7 days in a week, you work 6 days. Okay, 6 days in a week, and then 1 day rest day. So this is my rest day that I am doing this video, just to provide information for you to really be informed before you move into the Middle East for employment. So guys, this is what working hours and weekly rest is all about. Okay, so the next item is annual leave. The second party shall be entitled to a paid vacation of 21 days each year. So every year you have the opportunity to go on a 21 days vacation with a paid, which is a paid vacation. Okay, so every year you have 21 days vacation, and you'll be paid for that vacation days. Okay, so popularly, most employees would like to wait for the end of the contract, and then they go for vacation in their home country, which will last for 42 days, and they'll be paid fully for these days of vacation. Okay, and then the interesting part of it is that when you wait till the end of the contract, your company or your employer will buy your ticket to go back to your home country, and buy your ticket to come back to the Middle East to continue your job. Okay, it is the duty of your company or your employer to buy your ticket in and out, if and only if you are going on vacation. If you are going on exit, they will buy your ticket for you to go. Okay, so guys, basically these are some of the things that are in the employment contracts in the Middle East. Let's talk about wages and financial benefits. The second party shall be given the following wage and benefits. Basic wage, that is your basic salary. It will be stated in your employment contract. Okay, housing, because it is the company that will take everything. They don't always provide this. In this contract, it was not provided. Commission was not provided. And then we have other allowance. You'll be provided with a food allowance in the Middle East. You have your basic separate, you have a food allowance separate. That one too will be provided. And then it is stated that the first party, which is the employer, pays the second party each month a total amount of, okay, so each month your basic plus your food allowance combined will be paid to you by your employer. Okay, so you must read your employment contract to be able to understand what is your duty and what is the duty of your employer. So continuing, we have first party obligation, what your employer is supposed to, is obliged to do as far as the agreement between you and the employer is concerned. You also have the second party obligation, what is your responsibility in this contract. It is also stated in the contract. You need to read and understand every bit of it. So guys, basically this is the most thing that you need to know, the most important thing that you need to know as far as employment in the Middle East is concerned, or as far as employment contracts are concerned. So basically, wrapping up, the things that we mentioned was we have 2 years contract, renewable. Also, you have a vacation, a paid vacation. You go on a vacation of 21 days paid. Okay, every year you have 21 days vacation which will be paid. So most companies will wish that you go at the end of the contract so that they will buy a ticket for you. If you want to go at the end of the year, if your contract period is 1 year renewable, at the end of the year, the company will buy a ticket for you to go and bring you back. If your contract period is 2 years, it means that you need to wait for the 2 years before the company can buy you the ticket to go and come. If your contract is 2 years and you want to go within 1 year, then you need to buy your own tickets. Okay? You need to buy your own flight tickets in and out. But if it is at the end of the contract, then the company will buy the tickets in and out for you. I hope you are clear. So basically, there are other companies that also have a contract period of 1 year. Okay, those companies, at the end of every year, you can go on vacation and they'll buy your ticket in and out for you to go back to your home country and come back. But majority of the companies or the employers have 2 years contracts, majority. Okay, so coming to the Middle East, you need to make sure that you read and understand your employment contract very well before you sign. I hope this video has been very informative to you. Guys, don't forget to like this video, share and comment if it has been very informative to you. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.